You are the one who creates everything in your life. You just need to learn how to create the things you want. Exactly what you need to do to generate abundance. Heal yourself, have a fulfilling relationship, and do what you love. As a consequence, you can see change in your health as well as your lives. It is incredible how many things feel magical, like these moments, these synchronicities that happen between the outcome you want and the decision you make. The intention is the key, having an idea of what you want to achieve, determining what you want to accomplish and taking actions to accomplish it. According to research, 90% of the daily thoughts are the same as the day before. So if you believe your thoughts influence your destiny, and 90% of your thoughts are the same ones you think every day, the same choices lead to the same thoughts. So your life should remain the same. Choosing the same thing to do results in the same behavior, producing the same experience. These experiences produce the same emotions. Emotions tend to affect your biology and your neurosyncrasy in the same way. Your chemistry, your hormones, and even your gene expression are the same as how you think and how you act. What you think and feel, act and feel, that's your personality, the one responsible for creating your personal reality. So if you want to create a new life, a new personal reality, you will have to change your personality. You're gonna have to change your way of thinking. You'll become aware of your unconscious habits and behaviors, including how you talk, so that you'll have to analyze the emotions you feel daily and decide whether or not they belong in your future. The reality is that you must shift your personality. Leading neuroscience gives us the answer, explaining how nerve cells think the same way they used to. Making the same decisions, taking the same actions, and having the same experiences that print the same neural networks in the same patterns. All of this contributes to who you are, and if you do this for 10 years in a row, you're about to put your brain in a tiny box. Because if you keep thinking the same things, that box in your head has evolved into your personality. That's your identity. That's what you're used to, and therefore an unconscious program. The unconscious program causes you to run automatically, similar to a computer program. When you press a button, automatic and redundant behaviors, emotional reactions, beliefs, perceptions, and attitudes are all executed automatically. When the time comes to change and think positively, your mind will do nothing, because your body has been conditioned in the past for the most part on a program. As a result, your thought never reaches the body, because the body is on a different program. We should begin influencing the body to result in some kind of change. If you think an unpleasant thought, you'll feel happy. If you believe you're a failure, you'll feel like a failure. When you feel like a failure, you'll believe you are a failure. And people become trapped in these cycles of thinking and feeling and thinking and feeling. Because it influences you through an image or thought, redundancy is a conditioning process. People tend to condition their brains and bodies due to their feelings being a response to that stimulus. If you've decided to eat better, get up earlier, exercise, and meditate, the moment you choose to do something different, brace yourself, because you'll be uncomfortable. You'll feel strange uncertainty and be unable to predict the next moment, indicating that you have abandoned what you knew about yourself. You're moving into the unknown. If the body has been influenced to a familiar feeling, the moment you take it out of that familiarity, it wants to return to its original state. It wishes to return to a familiar environment. As a side effect, the body begins to influence the mind by shifting from one state of mind and body to another. The most challenging aspect of change is not making the same decision as the day before. When people realize they'll be uncomfortable, the question becomes, what thoughts do you want to fire into your brain? What behaviors will you exhibit in one day while closing your eyes and demonstrating who you will be when you open your eyes? You'll begin installing neurological hardware in your brain to make it appear as if you've already done so. The brain, which is usually a past record, has become a map to the future. And if you keep doing this, the hardware begins to transform into a software program, and you begin to behave differently. If you can emotionally teach your body how to feel in the future, you won't have to wait for your wealth to feel abundant or your success to feel empowered. You're not going to sit around waiting for your new relationship to feel like love. In fact, the moment you start feeling abundant, you're already creating wealth. When you begin to embrace empowerment, you're taking a step towards success. When you fall in love with yourself and with life, you begin to create equalities in your life, which affects your life. Many people already know how to do this, but they usually wait for the worst thing to happen in their lives before they wake up. If you examine the brain of a person who is undergoing a change or transformation in real time, you'll notice a great deal of disorder, as if the individual was genuinely insane. This is the time when most people want to give up. This is the point at which they have lost faith in everything. It's the most important time for change to occur because that's the point at which you're on the verge of losing your mind. If you live every day in your family life and don't have a vision of the future, you'll continue to live the routine. When you sit down and become conscious of your unconscious thoughts, when you're in the unconscious program and become aware of a thought, you're no longer on auto mode. As you observe the thought, you begin to objectify and subjective yourself. You've started to extricate yourself from the unconscious program in consciousness. The first step is to become aware of the problem. Before you can relearn, you must first unlearn. And it is this 95% of who we are prevents us from entering new future brain language and feelings. Your body language, thoughts, and feelings create your state of being. People begin their days in the familiar past, then get up and perform a series of routine behaviors. Their bodies are now programmed to autopilot in the near future, the known one. As a result, the familiar past and the foreseen future are known. The only place where the unknown exists is in the present moment. When you are creative, you must be present and pay attention. When people truly want to change, they must confront their hardwired feelings, habits, and attitudes. And it takes a lot of self-discipline. But when we do this, we notice changes in our health and in our lives. Then we exclaim, "Wow, it really worked." Some people are stuck in their heads, telling themselves that there is nothing good in their lives. If only they had opened their eyes and sniffed the air. The most abundant thing you can see is sunlight. Your breath is the most abundant thing you can have. When you can't think of anything to be thankful for, think about your breath. To feel your breath, put your entire being into your hands and arms. Life is your most abundant resource. Always be grateful for this beautiful gift. When you have a desire, you must first understood that mood or how you feel is probably the most important variable of all. If you wish to attract abundance, wealth, and generally achieve your goals in life, the first thing you must do is be happy and grateful. Wealth and abundance will be a direct consequence of how you feel every moment in life. A concatenation of positive thoughts and strongly positive feelings attract what you focus on.